A little interesting, a little interesting. You know, so when I pulled out here, there were some people that were yelling. And I mean, truth be told, in this day and age with like cell phones and stuff, so this lady's yelling at me and she goes, "You're the greatest." Well, she pulls her shirt up and I'm like, "Hey man, I don't want, well, she had a picture of me on her other shirt, but I didn't know that, I'm like, I don't want this on camera." So I'm kind of going by her being not necessarily, I hope not rude, but probably not overly gracious. Yeah, then when I got these fourth, and it's like, I hope people understand. I mean, I had an ice bag wrapped around my ankle because, I'm trying to park and it's like chaotic, but I guess that's better than nobody being there.
You weren't throwing stuff, right?
No, not to my knowledge.
That again?
Well, I gotta get home.
Saw you jam on the brakes in the hallway here yesterday. Somebody walked out in front of you.
Yeah, sometimes I get going a little quick.
Watch these college football games and the coaches all have state trooper escorts. Why don't baseball managers have something like that?
And you know what? Every policeman in town here either high fives me or says hello. Cause they're always helping with the parking and stuff. That's part of what I like about being here is that you can't do that anywhere else. Like I come right out that one-way alley going the wrong way and the cop lifts up the thing so I can get under it. You can't do that everywhere.
You've been around postseason baseball for a long, long time. This format being started new this year and all that. How do you like it? Do you have an opinion on it, or do you just play?
I wish it was a one game, just because we won. I think it's good. I think it's better. I think it's a more truer outcome. And again, it might hurt us. I hope it doesn't. Just think you play 162, then you play one and go home. That's rough. I think this is good for fans. I think it's a better measure in competitive balance than a one game plan.
Quantra was only half kidding about building a statue for Hosey.
Say it again.
I said Quantra was only half joking when he said you guys should start thinking about building a statue for Hosey.
I'm guessing someday they probably will. It might be a little premature now, but he's got a few years left to go, but wouldn't surprise me.
And Cash just brought up, the Hosey of 2014, and you've talked about this a million times of how nobody could have projected this. Back then, what did you think his ceiling was? I know you don't want to ever put that on a guy, but
We try real hard never to do that, but I mean, I remember just thinking, first time he pinch ran and he let off, and I'm sitting there thinking, God dang, man, does he think he's invisible? Like he had like a 20-foot lead and he stole second. I think he got thrown out at third. I mean, he was everywhere. And he was a switch hitter. He could bunt, he could hit the ball all over the place. He had hit 300 in winter ball, kind of ahead of his time. But I don't know if anybody saw this. And if they did, they're probably fibbing.
Tito, what's the difference in your mindset before a playoff game, maybe your first one compared to how you get prepared now for one? What's changed with you?
You know what? Not much. I remember going through the meetings in 2004 and when we got done with the meetings, feeling comfortable, like more comfortable than I thought I would, because we had really had good meetings, I felt. And I was like, once I think I'm situated, like I said, you don't know how the game's going to go, but once my stuff's ready to go, I can relax and enjoy the game. And I kind of feel the same way. I was telling you, I had anxiety against the Royals in the ninth inning because I don't know, that's what we do. But I tend to probably enjoy this more because I know how hard the guys work, and there's no reason that they shouldn't embrace and enjoy what we're doing. Obviously, if you win, it's way better. I get that.
Is there anything different about the Tampa Bay hitters yesterday from what you saw when they were here 10 days or so ago, just in terms of approach or anything?
I don't think you can, I don't know if you can really do that. I mean, against a pitcher, sometimes, I want to be careful. Like there's a real fine line between winning and losing or being smart and dumb. Like, if Hosey's ball doesn't go out, there's probably a segment of people who are going, oh, the moment was too big for your young guys, instead of, hey, they're okay. So you want to be a little careful and just kind of keep it in perspective that, play the game the best you can. And hopefully when it's over, you're one run better.
It was rare with young teams, how you guys play such mistake-free baseball often in regards to running the bases defensively. And I asked Keller that, he said, even though he's not part of this organization from the beginning, that it's preached from top to bottom. Do you see how that all sort of pays off now?
Yeah, but we've been talking about it for a long time. You need the players that can do it. I mean, there were times the last couple of years where I remember thinking, well, we're not as good defensively as we need to be, but we couldn't do anything about it. It wasn't they weren't working. The guys we had, that's who you have. Fortunately, the kids that have gotten called up have all been pretty good defenders and willing to learn on the run. So it's worked.
All right. Thank you.
All right.